So today we're going to be talking about top 10 penny stonks Robbie edition. I saw John uploaded a Market Watch yesterday talking about potential cards. I want to talk about some of the things I've been seeing disappearing from my own inventory across very unique people that are buying. They're all not the same person. And a couple things that Ethan was telling me, hey, these are kind of unique. So guys, smash the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. And we're going to talk about some pretty interesting things for this video. Remember, smash that subscribe button. Alright, so first one we want to talk about here is Draw of Fate. I mentioned this on Market Watch earlier in the week, and I've sold another 12 copies of this. So that's 4 play sets within a day. Alright, that doesn't seem like a lot to you guys, but I upped the price a little bit because I'm sick of having to mail these all out, but they just win again. So if your life points are lower than your opponent, and blah blah blah, your opponent controls a monster with highest attack, reveal 3 cards with different names from your deck, place one of them on the top, and then the rest, you know, in a random order, and draw a card. Alright, for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, you cannot set spell and trap cards. You can only activate one more card or effect. I don't know why this card is as cool as it actually is in terms of what it is, but look at these price points, man. Like, we're already heading up to like $1 in shipping. Like, this is the bare bones definition of penny stonks in terms of like raw card, and it also says draw a card, which is pretty freaking good, all things considered. So this card has been on a nice upward spiral. I don't foresee this getting a reprint anytime soon, but this is what I would consider the good definition of penny stonk. This card ever hits $2 to $3, I guess. Now, this shouldn't surprise anybody. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss from Dual Power. I've been constantly selling these at like $1.80, $1.90s plus shipping. And look at this, $1.70s plus shipping, $1.75s. As you can see, there's a lot of quantities that are available, and then we're going to hit the $2 mark here. Pretty much Dragon Link at this point has been exploring this card as one of their better ending board options, and I've already been seeing these push on up. So if you've been debating on picking up a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, it's not $1 anymore, which is kind of sad. This card was pretty cool for its time, but alas, here we are. So these are starting to head on up right now. Speaking of Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, I've also been noticing things with his counterparts. So Bane's a little bit harder to summon. As you can see here across the board, you're basically 48 cents plus shipping. The other 2 forms are the ones I would probably keep the biggest eye on, especially Bane here. So Bane, as of this point in time, pretty cheap, but Dual Power's got infinite penny stonks here. And as you can see, his brother, this one actually does see play. This is the one that some of the other variants end up wanting to go towards and just disrupt the opponent with. Just make this during the opponent's turn. You guys saw one playing this last year for disruption purposes in Megalith. But as you guys see here, pretty cheap, all things considered. Actually, these are a little bit more expensive than the one in between. But as of this point in time, Dual Power, 4 big penny stonks right off of the bat here. Now, I've been on a hill for this card. I've mentioned this a couple times. It's actually gone up, all things considered. So keep in mind, we do have the new Speedroid set coming out here, and a lot of people were looking at this. I saw a lot of Japanese buy list that had this card at relatively high prices because they were trying to get them. So in the last video that we talked about with this, I was like, well, we should probably give some consideration to these. All right, as you can already see, they're at $357, $358, $359 with 78 cents shipping all across the board here. You can pick up some German copies here at $319, which isn't horrible, but you're already looking at this card being a $3 to $4 card. Thanks, Rise of the Duelists, for importing this and making this expensive. But yeah, this does end up being one of those cards that you kind of want to look at and go, yeah, it's you play the long-term investment game with this. You either win or you lose, and it looks like people are already winning on this one. It's already pushing up. Now, this is an interesting one. This card's been bought out a couple times already, but this card's in a very unique situation because it hasn't had a reprint yet. Target 3 banished monsters. Not yours. Both players, by the way. Shuffle all into the deck, and then draw 1 card. So, I mean, long as there's 3 banished, you get a free draw one. And by the way, this pot's really weird because it's on a quick play, by the way, which actually opens up some really cool doors with this. But as you can already see, this particular penny stonk is already stonked really hard. These were $3 yesterday afternoon, and we're already heading on up to a little bit crazier of a buyout status with this. So I think the time has passed on this one. I just wanted to cover it and go, hey, it looks like the pot of acquisitiveness has finally done its thing. Yeah, this is probably one of the oldest penny stonks in the book. All right. Now, this next one is interesting. Dogmatica Punishments. The OG copy here from Rise. A stupid comment. These are 69 cents. Actually, after that one's gone, you're at 96 cents. These are basically $1. Now, remember, this card just got its super printing. I would not be surprised to see this card get an upgrade in the Megatins. But as of right now, the Penny Stonk of Penny Stonks is traveling along at a nice dollar pace right now. I don't recommend picking this one up, but for everybody that bought Rise and had their copies of Punishment laying around, you finally got rewarded for it. It's not a lot, but it's enough to want to go through old bulk and go, huh, these are free money. So definitely something to be aware of in terms of the long run here is, hey, Punishments to the moon! I don't think this card will ever be $2 in its life, especially when we have the 10s around the corner. I kind of think this one's peaked. Now, this is interesting. So, I talked about initially with the whole Abyss combo in the OCG that they were doing relatively absurd things with Ultimaya Bishi Bulkin. And it looks like this card has had a lot of time to calm down. There's like some Heroic combo that you could use to kind of combo up, make this, and then you would use like the ability to, what is it, the Reptilian Monster. Set their field to 0, you get like 5 searches, and then you just go on with your day. It's really susceptible to hand traps, but thing is, this is one of those cards that, all things considered, looks like it's kind of rumbling on down here. So this is a good time. If you've wanted an Ultimaya Bishi Bulkin after the craziness to try an Abyss, hey, these are pretty frickin' cheap as of this point in time. All right, $1.55 plus shipping. It's literally $2 a copy. This isn't bad at all. Next up, all copies of Avarice. This it's kind of strange to me. It's a little bit interesting here. So I see $1.20, or $2 here for Astral Pack. Mechanized Madness. We'll just click this. By the way, the entire Mechanized Madness structure deck is literally just stonks. $1.25s, by the way. $1.50s. $1.68s. So what you're telling me is Pot of Avarice across the board here for the lower end copies is just $2. Huh. So this is kind of something to keep an eye on. It looks like our old friend Pot of Avarice is penny stonking again. I love when you see OG copies of cards like this just cruising on along at a good solid value. It's a good indicator of things. Next up, Dynamiscus. $4, $3. The Megatin Commons from 2017 are $2. OG Commons are $2. I don't foresee the hollow end versions of these going up anymore. And I think we kind of plateaued, but this one's just kind of one of those, hey, be aware that this card is doing stupid things right now, all across all 4 printings, basically being $2 minimum, essentially, as of making this video. So, it's kind of interesting. So this is one of the ones I've had an experience with lately. I've been selling infinite copies of Mirage. I'm actually surprised with this. I've been selling 5 a day recently on the dual overload version. It looks like everybody and their mothers kind of wanted to pick these up. So it looks like we're going to continue to see Mirage cruising. I mean, original copies like $8, $9 right now, but like these older copies are just the penny stonks. 92 listings, yes, but this is cruising along pretty well. And the last one I want to talk about for this video is got to do with Donna Majesty, and it is Exceed Change Tactics. Now, I initially didn't think that this was too crazy or really anything worth talking about. And then all of a sudden, I had 15 people today come just through and clear out my entire inventory. I had 386 copies of these. And they're all like, oh, I'm going to eat all of these. Considering that these are all in like low demand right now, and it has 2 printings. I don't know if this is even worth like touching crazily. This would just be one of those ones I'd make sure I had a playset of if I wanted to play anything Utopia. Considering what? We have more, there's another structure deck coming, there's like another pack of Utopia, Lightning Overdrive brings us a Utopia. We got like 3 lines of Utopia support on the way here. So if you want an ultra copy of Change Tactics right now, these are pretty cheap. I guess we could see this card touch $1, but it would take something crazy for Utopia, being the OG draw card for this that it is. This is just one of the ones to be aware of as of this point in time. So that concludes Penny Stonks MCL 40 edition for you guys. So just a lot of things I've seen moving in my own inventory, which is indicating that there is a movement in there, that players are eating out these cards and they are accumulating them. So it's definitely something to be aware of. So guys, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. Smash your love and crap out subscribe button, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on the day for some more quality content. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out MCL 40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCL 40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mclgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.